Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another meta guide video. Today we are taking a look at the Flying Cup. So the Flying Cup hasn't been around in a very long time. It's been over a year, I think a couple years, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Absolutely crazy. So basically you can only use flying type Pokemon. So as long as it has a flying type, it is eligible. So it can be dual typing, of course, but it needs to have the flying type. But either way, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best Pokemon and some of the best teams, in my opinion. Obviously, let me know if you have a different opinion. Let me know what teams you plan on using for the Flying Cup as well. I'm personally excited to have this cup come back. As I mentioned, we haven't seen it in a very long time. It was only available for a Go Battle night years ago. And that was the only time it was ever available. It wasn't available any other time. So really cool to have it back. But either way, let's go ahead and dive right into it. We do have the S tier. Shadow Aerodactyl is going to be number one, or the regular Aerodactyl, but the Shadow one with the damage. Going to be doing a lot of fast move pressure damage because its rock attacks are super effective against pretty much almost everything, because everything is a flying type. Skarmory, of course, is going to take neutral damage, but for the most part, everything is at least single weak to it. Or neutral to it. I mean, at the very, very least, it's neutral to it because it's, I mean, everything is a flying type. It has to be a flying type. So Aerodactyl with the rock throw attack, going to be doing so much damage. Shadow Aerodactyl. This is going to be ranked number one. This is what you're going to see in pretty much every team, if not almost every team. It's such a good Pokemon. You'll probably see counters to it as well. Then we have Emolga. Emolga is a great electric type in this meta because, as I mentioned, everything is a flying type. So at the very least, at the minimum, everything will be taking neutral damage, but most things are going to be taking super effective damage. Of course, Pokemon such as other electric types like Zapdos or even Altaria are going to be taking neutral damage, but for the most part, super effective damage. It's really powerful, it's really strong. Emolga is one to watch out for. Then we have Skarmory, but we're actually not going Air Slash on Skarmory. We're going Steel Wing, because Steel Wing will be doing super effective damage towards that Shadow Aerodactyl, and that's a Pokemon you really do want to beat. Skarmory will be taking neutral damage from the Aerodactyl attacks because it is a steel type, so it's neutral towards rock attacks, and plus dishing out super effective damage with Steel Wing. Going to be really powerful. For the most part, I mean, it does have to watch out for electric types, right? But other than that, it's just such a great Pokemon. Steel Wing, Skarmory, I saw it quite a bit back in the day. Then we have Altaria, a really tanky Pokemon. Just going to be so strong with Dragon Breath. Going to be doing so much damage. I think neutral to almost everything outside of like Togekiss. I mean, it's just such a good Pokemon. I guess, well, I mean, Skarmory, I guess, is resisting it as well. But for the most part, doing neutral damage with the Dragon Breath attacks, going to be doing really well. So that's the S tier, some of the best Pokemon. Moving on to the A tier, we do have another electric type Zapdos. I do think Emolga is a little bit better, but Shadow Zapdos or the regular Zapdos, still an electric type, still going to be doing a lot of damage to the flying type meta. It's just, it's really, really frail and really squishy, right? So you do have to watch out for that, but it's really strong, it really is. Moving on, we have Mantine, so a really great debuff option. Mantine is going to be a pretty interesting pick. Does definitely have to watch out for electric types, same with Gyarados, right? Because it is double weak to electric. But as long as it's not going up against electric, I mean, if you go Bubble Beam, you're doing super effective damage to Aerodactyl, and then you're also debuffing it. Of course, you're taking super effective damage as well because Mantine is a flying type in addition to a water type. But I think Mantine is a great Pokemon at debuffing your opponent and maybe getting ahead in terms of that. But yeah, great Pokemon. I think you'll probably see this despite the electric types. We have a couple electric types. Still think you'll see Mantine. Then we have a really bulky Pokemon, Mandibuzz. So Mandibuzz going to be another great one. It is a really, as I mentioned, really bulky. Going to be able to take hits. Dishing out neutral damage with Foul Play or Dark Pulse, whichever move you prefer, but just doing a lot of damage. I'd probably go with Snarl to get to those Dark Pulse attacks really fast, or Foul Play, but yeah, really solid pick. Then we have Articuno, another debuffing monster, of course, with Ice Shot, Icy Wind. It does have to watch out though for Aerodactyl. It is double weak to the rock attacks. It's weak to electric attacks, of course, single weak to that, but it's a good Pokemon. It's just, again, really have to watch out for Aerodactyl if you plan on using Articuno, because yeah, it's dishing out super effective damage, but it's taking double super effective damage in return, so it's going to go down really fast. Then we have in the B rank, we have Gyarados, as I mentioned, similar to Mandibuzz. Not similar to Mandibuzz, but it is also it is going to be weak or double weak to electric attacks. The thing about Gyarados is with its waterfall damage, going to be doing super effective damage towards Aerodactyl if you go that route. Waterfall going to be doing neutral to a lot of Pokemon. Of course, there's Pokemon like Pelipper and Mantine that resist it. Altaria resist it as well. But if you want to go Waterfall, you could go that way. You could also go Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath is really powerful. But I like the Waterfall just for the Aerodactyl. But I mean, you know, we'll see how common Gyarados is. And then we have Drifblim. Drifblim, another debuffing Pokemon. So yep, Hex, Icy Wind gets to it really fast. Shadow Ball for a heavy hitting move. Going to be a pretty good Pokemon. I think it's a pretty good lead, but it's also a pretty good safe swap in my opinion. It does have to watch out for Aerodactyl, but at least Drifblim probably can force shield against Aerodactyl or against electric types like Emolga, because it's going to be threatening with the Icy Wind and even the Shadow Ball as well. Pelipper we kind of talked about. It's really fast with Weather Ball. I don't think Pelipper is as good as some of the other picks, but it could be a pretty interesting Pokemon. Double weak to electric, doing super effective damage with that Weather Ball towards Aerodactyl, and it does get to it really fast. So pretty solid Pokemon. Then we have the Charmuser. I believe this is the only Charmuser in the meta, Togekiss. Togekiss could be pretty good. Doing on neutral against a lot of Pokemon or super effective besides the Skarmory. It does have to, of course, watch out for Skarmory, because Skarmory, if it has Steel Wing, going to be dishing out super effective damage towards the Togekiss, plus it is resisting Charm as well. So definitely pretty good pick, but again, watch out for that Skarmory. But if you can avoid the Skarmory, going to be doing pretty good. Then we have other options. I do believe that S, A, and B tier are probably some of the best Pokemon, but for the other options, we have some interesting picks. We have Lugia, which could be okay, pretty tanky. Shadow Lugia as well. We have Gligar and Gliscor, going to be getting to those Night Slash attacks really fast. Talonflame, I don't think Talonflame, Charizard, or Ho-Oh, which are on this list, I don't think they're the greatest. Again, they're all double weak to Aerodactyl. They're weak to electric attacks as well. Of course, they're going to be doing pretty good against Skarmory, but other than that, they're going to pretty much struggle in this meta, right? I mean, yeah, this is pretty much going to struggle. I don't think the fire types are the greatest, but they're okay. I mean, you could, maybe you might see them here or there, but probably not going to be too common in this meta. The last time the Flying Cup was around, there was no Talonflame, so I guess we'll see, but I don't think Talonflame is going to be that common. Golbat, I think it's pretty good. I mean, obviously Poison Fang going to debuff the opponent, doing really well. Aerodactyl going to resist it, Skarmory going to resist it, so two of the most common Pokemon going to resist those poison attacks. But, you know, it's still a pretty good Pokemon, and we probably will see this. We talked about Charizard. Noctowl is another one. Noctowl, pretty bulky Pokemon. You know, we'll probably see it here or there. I think we have better flying types like Mandibuzz, Skarmory, Aerodactyl, Altaria. So a lot of better options in my opinion, but we might see Noctowl once in a while. Vullaby, similar, I guess, a little bit different than Mandibuzz. It does have Brave Bird, which is a powerful move, of course, so a Pokemon that we might see. We talked about Ho-Oh, similar to Charizard and Talonflame. Crobat, I mean, similar situation to Golbat, right, for the most part. Then we have Tropius. Tropius is a grass type, so it's weak to all the flying attacks. I don't think the grass types are going to be that good. We have Tropius, we have Jumpluff. Again, I don't think they're going to be that good. They might come in handy here or there, but for the most part, they're going to get walled by Skarmory, Altaria, a lot of different Pokemon, Mandibuzz, right? So, Drifblim, I mean, they're going to get walled by a lot of Pokemon. So, I probably wouldn't use it, but it's on there. It's probably the best grass type in this Flying Cup meta. And then we have Pidgeot, of course, Gust, and Feather Dance and Brave Bird, really powerful Pokemon as well. Skarmory is resisting it, so a little bit difficult there. It's taking super effective damage to Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is going to be a huge threat in this meta. It really is. But then we're going to move on to the solid team options. So we have 6 teams for you as usual. So the first team is going to be double electric. So Skarmory with Steel Wing, and then double electric. So safe swap into that Emolga. Maybe lure out a possible answer to electric types if there is even an answer in this meta. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be doing really well. You have 2 electric types because, I mean, you're going to have all these flying type meta Pokemon, and you're just going to be able to shock them all with this double electric team. And of course, Skarmory doing well as well against like the Aerodactyl. But again, the electric types are doing pretty good against Aerodactyl as well, although the backline is weak as well to Aerodactyl. So I do think could be a pretty good team. Double electric, probably a team I will try as well. Then the next team we have Mantine with Aerodactyl and Altaria, so really powerful team in the back. Start things off, you could bait with Ice Beam, go for the Bubble Beam, or you could go straight Ice Beam if they think it's going to be Bubble Beam. That's why Mantine is so good, because you could charge up to the Ice Beam and go for that Bubble Beam, or you can charge up for the Ice Beam and go straight for the Ice Beam, right? Because they might think you're going to go for the Bubble Beam and go for the Ice Beam. Again, this is a flying type meta, so I do recommend Ice Beam on Mantine because it will be doing a lot of damage to pretty much every single Pokemon in this meta. You know, neutral is super effective damage, mostly super effective damage. Then the next thing we have Emolga in the lead, so probably going to pick up a good lead. Going to pick up most likely a positive lead, not a guaranteed positive lead, but it's so fast with its electric moves. It's so strong. Great Pokemon. Then we have Togekiss in the back. Togekiss is a great charm user, as we've talked about. And then we have the Steel Wing Skarmory as well, which is going to do well against Aerodactyl. And I mean, Togekiss, you know, I have to run Sims. I'm not actually too sure. I mean, Togekiss is taking super effective damage from Shadow Aerodactyl, so it does have to watch out for that. But again, Emolga and Skarmory can fight off Aerodactyl, or at least do some damage to it. Then we have Aerodactyl in the lead, or Shadow Aerodactyl. Again, I recommend Shadow Aerodactyl for all these. Aerodactyl is on a lot of teams here. Then we have Skarmory, and then we have Drifblim as well. So pretty solid team in my opinion. Moving on, we have Mandibuzz in the lead. Really tanky Pokemon. So it can take hits, gets to its foul plays really fast with Snarl. Emolga is going to be a pretty good Pokemon, as we know. It's probably the best electric type in this meta, and then Shadow Aerodactyl. So great team all around, pretty good team, and yeah. So then we're going to move on to the final team in this video. We have Emolga in the lead. Emolga is a great Pokemon. Emolga is on all but one of these teams as well. Definitely get yourself an Emolga. You're going to see Emolga, I'm telling you. And then we have, I wanted to put Gyarados on the team because I wanted to try it with Waterfall myself against like Aerodactyl, and again, it does well. I mean, Waterfall is still gonna chunk other Pokemon that don't resist it, right? So I want to try Waterfall myself. Again, you could go Dragon Breath, but I do want to try out Waterfall just to see how it goes. And then we have Shadow Aerodactyl, which is just a heavy-hitting Pokemon. Probably safe swap into that Aerodactyl. And then use Gyarados maybe to close later on. And of course, Emolga with the electric attacks. These, I do think, are going to be solid teams. But let me know what you think of the Flying Cup. Let me know what Pokemon you want to use. Let me know what team you want to use. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, guys. Bye.